Alright, so let's talk about Lab 15 for just a minute. And the one thing you won't have to worry about is giving me these thetas here. Now, your resistor thetas are always going to be negative in these circuits. But don't worry about filling out this column or this column, because you're going to be doing it again when you get down here. And this is going to give you your phase angle of your resistor right here. Excuse me, right here. Wrong column, that column. And this is going to give you your voltage of for the series here. So it's just a matter of applying these calculations. So these will always be negative. And so let's just say, let me break out my pen here. Which I thought I had. Yep, there it is. These values I'm about to give you are not the right answers, but let's just say you arrived at 20. Ooh, that's way too big. So let's undo that. And let's get a really small dot. Let's say you arrived at, we'll say 30 degrees here for the theta of the resistor. And this is the 20 kilohertz one. So I got to switch the cursor. So here's your 20 kilohertz. And there's not one of these for every one. There's only one for every other one. So we arrived at 30 degrees, and that's close to being in the right spot. So what you're going to do is, for that one, this is 0 degrees. Down here is negative 90, and I'll move that a little bit. I'm going to have to get that 30 off the chart. But anyway, so 30 degrees for that resistor, negative 30 degrees, is going to be about right here, somewhere along in there. And so that's going to be for the resistor here. So I'm going to put the VR right there. Now, the inductor is always going to be 90 degrees. I'm going to finish drawing that line. 90 degrees opposed to this guy. And that is hardly 90 degrees. I cannot draw too well, it would seem. So let me do an undo there. 90 degrees is somewhere about right there. It doesn't look like a right angle though, does it? But anyway, you get the idea. It's supposed to be, oh, I didn't draw it to the axis. No wonder it didn't look right. So let's just redo that totally. I see now why it looks wonky. So we'll draw from here, the center. And that's really not right on the line. Let me try. Let's do it backwards. Let's start from about the 30 degree mark right there. I'm not looking for perfection. And we know 60 is close to the other side. So this would be VR. And that value would be up here in this theta. It's a line off. It'd be 30 degrees right here. And this one would be something else. And again, these aren't real values. And this would be VL. So they're always going to be 90 degrees opposed. So let's say down here you got 45. 45 is easy. So this one would be a negative 45. And this one would be a positive 45. And there's our dead on right angle right there. And let's say right here you got, we'll say 80. And again, these are made up values. You're certainly not going to get these same values, but you would have something that looked like that right there. That line's a little too high. It would be more like right around there, but you get the idea. And you would label these VR and VL and all that. So don't worry about the thetas there, but you just know that these values are always going to be 90 degrees offset. And you're figuring your theta in the second table anyway, so you don't have to do it in the first table because it's not real easy in Falstad to do it. It's not impossible, it's just not real easy. So there we go.